Welcome to NABOR's Allied and Affiliate Spotlight Show, the show that gives you tips and strategies, tools and resources to help you save time and money, streamline your daily tasks, grow your business, and help you become a more successful and advance your career. My name is McCloskey, and I'm the president of NABOR and your host. Hello, welcome. Today we are here with Twin Palms Inspections with Bill Gillum and also Buddy Koolhof with Cardinal Financial. Welcome you both. How are y'all doing today?
Very good.
Very good. Very well.
Awesome. So, Bill, I am going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about Twin Palms Inspections.
Okay, we were established here in Florida in 2017 after moving from Ohio. Had an inspection business up there as well. Got tired of the cold, and we'd been vacationing here for 10 years, so we just decided to make the move. So we brought that experience and expertise, as well as my background in construction, brought that all down here to help Naples.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And Buddy, tell us a little bit about Cardinal Financial.
Cardinal Financial is a nationwide, coast-to-coast company. We are a direct lender. We do service quite a bit of our loans as well. And I am here locally in Naples, and really looking forward to building business here and growing the Cardinal name and the Cardinal brand here in Collier County.
Great. So, Buddy, I'm going to ask you another question. So tell us what sets, there's a lot of options out there for consumers when it comes to direct lending. So tell us what sets Cardinal Financial apart from the others.
Well, I think our proprietary platform is the big one. It's pretty much one of my best friends. It is, I got into this business before there was any technology. I mean, we had to make a phone call and order a credit report and wait for it to be mailed to us. Now I have watched over the last 30 years, technology evolve. And most of the platforms that I have used over that time period were built, for the originator or for the processing team or the underwriting team, basically more for the company. Octane, which is proprietary to Cardinal, which makes it unique, was built for the client. And it's extremely user-friendly. It's very robust. It really drives our business. For example, there's a dashboard. The borrower can go in 24/7 and see exactly where their loan is. It creates terrific transparency for the borrower. There is a to-do list, a needs list for them that's right there on their dashboard. Octane also reminds them every day. It bugs them if they need something. So it's very intuitive. If we make a change in the loan parameters or something changes in the loan, Octane automatically updates it. For example, a part-time job that was omitted from the application. I'll put that information in for the customer, and Octane will automatically update it. It'll automatically update the needs list saying we need pay stubs and W-2s. It's very user-friendly. I've had elderly people use it very efficiently, and I've actually had compliments from IT people that were pretty impressed with it. So that is, it's all about the borrower experience, and borrower experience is important to all of us in this business, and that's a big one.
Great. That sounds wonderful. So, Bill, I'm going to ask you a question now. So I'm going to kind of ask you that same question. So with so many options as far as inspectors here in Southwest Florida, what sets Twin Palms apart?
Well, one thing is I came from a construction background, 38 years as a contractor. There's not much that I haven't seen. And if I haven't seen it, I have enough experience to know what's going on. So when so many inspectors, they've done something else their entire life, and they want an easy business, they think, to retire, kind of semi-retire with, and they'll come into home inspection because they can pass the test. They think that's all that's needed, and I honestly don't think that's needed. I think inspectors should have to have 5 years of construction experience to give the buyer the best experience, because so many things are missed when you don't have that background experience.
Absolutely. That's a great point. Great point. So, Buddy, I'm going to ask you another question. So, tell us, I'm guessing I could probably answer this, but I want to hear it from you. What's the number one question you get asked these days when a borrower first calls you?
Other than what's the rate? Other than that,
Uh,
most of it's turn time. In order, it's in the challenging market that we're in, it's very difficult getting contracts with financing ratified. Cash buyers are leading the charge in that way. So that's a big question. The agents want to say, hey, how fast can you get this done? And the answer to that is, if we need three things: we need a very responsive, cooperative buyer, we need an appraisal, and we need a title work. So as fast as they can get us the documentation, as fast as we can get an appraisal, and as fast as we can get title work, we can get the loan closed that quickly. My record's 13 days.
Woo, boy, 13 days. That's hot stuff right there.
Good.
Absolutely. So, Bill, over to you. Let's talk about the number one question that you get asked when a potential buyer calls you about inspection. So run me through what that looks like and how you answer that for them.
Okay, it used to be the rate as well.
Yeah.
But now not so much. Now it's what's your availability. And I think my reputation's starting to get around that we do quality work. So realtors are referring me for even their own house. They even have me for their own houses, which makes me feel good because they want to know what's wrong. They want to know for sure what's wrong with their house before they buy it.
Right.
So most important thing is what do I need? And many times, depending on the age of the house, they need the 4-point inspection. They need the wind method that's going to help them with the insurance. If it's been vacant for a while, then they're going to probably need the mold inspection. And what many people don't realize is they may need the radon inspection as well, the radon test. Because while we don't have bedrock here per se, most of our materials are imported from places that do. So that's where you get your radon from, is in the building materials.
So, Bill, I'm going to actually ask you a follow-up question to that. So, I bet you've seen some pretty interesting things in all of your years in construction and inspection. So without naming any names, do you have any stories that kind of stick out of something that has been kind of off the wall that you can share with us?
I did a 200-year-old house in Ohio that was, in my opinion, was a tear down, but it was a historical house. So we went through. It had a roof, had a metal roof that was leaking severely, but the buyer, all he was worried about was wanting me to write up the green paint. He didn't like green. I said, if it's flaking, I can write it up, but if it's not, no, buy some paint.
Oh, that's hilarious. You didn't like the green paint.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Well, sorry, go ahead, Bill.
I had another one, and this was here in Naples. I won't mention names.
Okay.
But I had a realtor that listed a house as concrete block construction. And when I first pulled up, I knew by looking at the house that it was wood frame. And so I went and told the listing agent that. And he said, no, it's wood frame. I said, no, it's concrete block. I said, no, it's wood frame, and here's how I know. So I told him, and he says, well, can you call it concrete block? And I said, no. And he says, well, why not? I said, well, number one, it's dishonest. It's illegal.
Right.
I wouldn't do it for anybody, but these buyers are friends of mine. Well, I wouldn't do it for anybody, but especially not now, And I'm like, I don't understand that.
Right.
Because they were going to get left with a huge insurance payment after the fact, among other things.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Woo. That's scary, huh?
Yeah. So I haven't dealt with him since, and that's okay.
I hear you. Buddy, so I kind of want to ask you a question along that same vein. So without naming any names or calling anyone out, do you have any memorable experiences that you would like to tell us about, whether you helped a wonderful customer or you saved the day, or so? You want to give us an interesting story?
I don't think the show is long enough.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few of them, but along those lines, helping people get contracts ratified in this crazy market that's difficult for finance buyers. We have what's called a good as cash approval. And due to the efficiency of Octane, we can have an underwriter look at that loan as soon as the documents have been uploaded for income and assets and actually have an approval subject to the appraisal. And I have actually been quite successful. I've got a number of success stories here and in another state up north where we've actually been able to beat out a couple of cash buyers because we wrote a very strong approval letter. Then I called the listing agent and reinforced it by letting them know, hey, this has been underwritten. We have verified the income. We have verified the assets. And we may not even need an appraisal. We get a lot of appraisal waivers here in Naples. If it's 20% down or more, good credit, and a good debt to income ratio, you can almost be assured that, not almost be assured, but there's a very good chance that they're going to get an appraisal waiver and we won't even need an appraisal. We certainly offer that to the buyer if they want one. But I've got many success stories with the good as cash pre-approval. And that's my main marketing a point right now with the real estate community is to listen. You need to compete with these cash offers. Here's how you do it.
Awesome. That's great stuff. So I have one final question, and then I'll let you close with something that, potentially that maybe you want to make sure that you let our NABOR viewers see, or even the public. So this is kind of an off the wall question, but depending on how long you've been a NABOR member, it might be funny. So Bill, I'm going to ask you, so being a member of the Naples Area Board of Realtors, what's your favorite member benefit?
Well, I get to locate many of the realtors when they call to schedule. If I don't have all their information, I can get that off online. But many times, just going to some of their member functions, going to the expo every year. Yep. We do that, except last year when they canceled it. But that's understandable. But getting to know a lot of the realtors helps a lot. We do a lot with the realtors because they're the ones that refer us most of the time. Every now and then I get clients that have looked up their own, but having trusted realtors that they know what kind of work I put out, and they know that I'm honest, and they know that I'm not going to unduly alarm the buyer by hyperbole. I'm going to tell them, excuse me, I'm going to tell them what they need to know to make an informed decision. And then that gives, if it is something that's not quite right, it gives the realtor a chance to negotiate for the buyer. So I think that relationship is what helps a lot.
Absolutely. Good stuff. So Buddy, same question to you. Do you have a favorite NABOR member benefit that you'd like to talk about?
I do. There's actually twofold. Prior to the virus putting our world upside down, I enjoyed going to the graduating class of the new agents and doing a little intro and a little elevator speech and mingling with them, and also being on the events committee. I really enjoy that. Before I moved here full time, I was involved in the events committees on the boards up north, and I really do that. I do really enjoy that. So stay tuned for some great events this year.
Absolutely. You got that right. So we're very excited about this year. So thank you so much. So Buddy, I'm actually going to ask you first. Is there anything that you'd like to say, final words to our NABOR members or potential public to see here on this video? So any closing statements?
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. I would just like to offer my expertise, 30 plus years in this business. I do meet clients in person. I know that's something that doesn't happen that much. Many people would rather sit by the pool at home and do all their work on their computer. I actually had a customer do an entire loan process on their phone. But having the opportunity to meet clients and help them with financing and help them beat out cash contracts. And I definitely enjoy that. And referrals mean everything to me. My business is 100% referral.
That's wonderful. Thank you. And Bill, over to you. Any final thoughts before we close for today?
I'll just give you an idea of all the things we offer in-house. We have the home inspection, professional home inspection. We do the wind mitigation, the 4-point, the mold, radon, infrared inspections, as well as well water testing. And then we offer through our contracts, WDO inspection, septic service inspection with pumping. And then we also locally in-house do mobile home foundation inspections with the help of an engineer. So we give the information to the engineer and he finishes up the report because it has to have an engineer's license. So we do all that. We have firsthand experience in home building. Like I said, 38 years as a contractor. And we also offer a guarantee for our service. If we miss a material defect on your home, we will buy the house back at full price.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Good stuff. Well, Bill Gillum with Twin Palms Inspections and Buddy Koolhof from Cardinal Financial. Thank you both very much for your time today. We really enjoyed getting to know you, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.